Giving has been a journey as we have progressed through our marriage and through our relationship with this church. We joined the church 43 years ago as married college students. And as such, we did not have a lot of money, so our giving was very limited at that time. And unfortunately, as a child, I was brought up giving a set amount each Sunday. I didn't get an allowance, so my parents gave me a certain amount of money, and so I kind of was used to giving a set amount and without too much regard to tithing. And over the years, even though our giving increased, we still followed somewhat that same pattern until probably several years into our marriage, we both decided that it was time we paid more attention to tithing. And since that time, tithing has become a part of our journey with Jesus, and as we walked along the Jesus way during that time. To me, tithing is not really a demand, it's an expectation. It's what Jesus expects of us, and it is hard. But we learn that you have to take it out first. It has to be the first that comes out of that paycheck, or everything else gets in the way and it doesn't get there. And another thing I think we've learned over the years is that tithing is really the base of what we give. Generosity begins when you begin giving above the tithe. So for us, tithing is what we give to the church budget every month. And the generosity comes in with what we give to missions, camp scholarships, capital improvement, other special gifts. That all goes above the tithe, and that tithe to us now is sacred. That's what we give for certain every month. And then generosity is really above that. You know, with this church, it's amazing what our gifts are for, what they are used for, how they're multiplied. And just to watch as this church has grown, you know, all the way from Mission Arlington and the expansion it's had to our global missions now, and just within the church, you know, we raised all three of our children in this church, and just the benefits that they had with the ministries, what that meant to them in their spiritual life as they grew up. And then, of course, until recently, even our two grandsons were being raised in the church and ministered to by the results of the giving that everyone puts into this church. To me, we followed the commandment, the tithe, the 10%. And we started giving that, as I said, that 10% is what we give to the budget, the church budget each month. And then other special gifts, it has to be above that. And that's just what we felt God was leading us to do, and just the commandment that He had laid on our hearts of what we had to do with that gift. As we've entered the next phase of our life with retirement, of course I have a fixed income now, but that 10% still comes out of that. And I'm been blessed enough to be able to work part-time. And when I get that check each month, again, that 10% comes out. And quite frankly, we're giving as much now as we've always given, and expect to continue that. So whatever amount of money we have coming in, we just expect that tithe is going to go to this church.